Hello, guys. So we are speaking about a very crucial week. We started the month of Leo, the month of Av. Av, another explanation of it is Ava, which means ratzon, desire. And we're speaking about a period of time that we can not only enlarge our desire, but tune our desire to be the desire to be more glued and more connected and more a channel of the light of the Creator. Why? Because we understand again and again that having this connection with the infinity will allow us really to experience this physical life in a complete different way, to experience more miracles on our way, to experience more the presence of something divine in everything that we do. So, there is different ways that we can go through our life, and more desire to be connected with that infinity will allow us to experience life which are more divine, which are more beautiful, which are more connected, which I can feel more enlightenment and lightness and joy through my everyday life, and it won't be so, that's life kind of. So that's the first thing that we want to be aware of, because it's really connected, especially to this week that we are going through. We have like many healths in different ways that will focus us. First of all, desire. Desire of what? Think about things that you want to achieve in your life, things you want to be, things you want to have in your life, things you want to be able to do in your life. And then think about what is your answer. When you say, I want to, I don't know, paint all day. And then you'll answer yourself, oh, but I don't have time. But I don't have talent. But I cannot do this. Someone will help. You would want, I would love to help in so many ways, but I don't have time. I cannot do this. I cannot do that. Think about it. What is your answers to all the things, to the different things that you wrote down as your desires? Okay. And the idea is there's nothing we cannot do. There are things we don't want to do. This is something else. But there's nothing that I want to do that I'm not capable of. Okay? And this is the first thing that we want to have clarity about, especially this week. We are talking about the chapter, the chapter of this week, the frequency of the chapter Devarim, the first chapter of the last book in the scroll. And here we're talking really about preparation for the 9th day of the month of Leo, which will be a day of fasting, which is considered in one hand a holiday, but on the other hand, a day in which the opponent has all the rights to do whatever he wants. All the negativity is exposed, and we need to be careful. So this is why the first thing that we do is having 5 restrictions during that day. I'm not going to go into it. We're going to send those information added to this video. But though this day, in one hand, is a holiday, supposed to be really that day in which we can connect to the light of redemption, we have the death anniversary of Karen Berg, the lady that took the center from being anonymous to being like such a huge school, a huge center around the world, to allow people from all around the world to be open to this technology, to this understanding, and through this to be able to improve their life. That's Karen Berg. And when she decided to leave the world, in dawn, in the 9th day of Av, in that so-called negative day. Why? Karen comes to kind of put a focus on that day. Pay attention, guys. Don't look at this day as something bad. Look at this day as a great opportunity. And this day effectively is considered, as I said, the day in which the light of redemption will be available. Through that day, we are reading part of a scroll that called Eicha that mention horrible things. And it's a day that, yes, we do need to feel in part of it the pain. Through this whole week, we're supposed to feel the pain. Why? Because that pain is a tool, and the tears of crying is a tool for us to increase the desire of I am not accepting being far from the light. I'm not accepting being a vessel, a so small vessel that doesn't manifest all the blessings and all the things that the light wants to give me, and all the things that I can be channel of in this lifetime. I don't want to stop myself because I'm afraid, because what people will say, because I'm lazy, because I'm calculating, because I don't think that I'm good enough or I'm meritable, etc., etc. I don't want to stop myself. I don't want to put walls between me and the light. I want to sense that desire, that strong desire. Michael Berg is talking about 100% desire. I want to have this huge connection of with the light of the Creator, not as just a way of saying, because I know that if I have this huge desire, I'm going to experience my everyday life miraculously. I can go through my everyday and just struggle and struggle and struggle. Or I can go through my days miraculously. Even if like I'm meeting a difficult moment through my life, it is part of this physical world. It's fine. But the question is, thanks to them, I see miraculous things. I understand beautiful things. I am growing thanks to this, or I'm just, being, how do you say that? Like falling into darkness and confusion and this and that. That's the question. All this teaching of Kabbalah, what for? What for? If not to trace our way? Yes, I don't know in which moment Michael Berg says, just like a ladder that will help us to raise up and up and up with our connection with the light of the Creator. And every situation is like a step. Every struggling situation or challenging moments that we have is just a step that help us to grow. We know it from the courses, but now we have days that are helping us to do it, helping us to actually live everything that we've been studying. Those are the days. This is the week. 9 days. We started on Saturday. We're going to finish next Sunday. 9 days that we have a beautiful work. Don't fall into the darkness. Don't fall into the bad consciousness, the confused consciousness. Don't lose your focus. Know that everything that happened during this time is truly to help each and every one of us to increase his desire to be glued with the light of the Creator in a bigger way, in a more significant way. And then when we come to the 9th day of Av, although we're going to cry and we're going to feel that pain, hopefully we're going to have also moments that we're going to sense that light of redemption that we're talking about. Okay, so we are crying about the dirty vessel. What does it mean? how many veils we have between us and the light of the Creator. Okay, so through this day of the ninth day of Av, Saturday night and Sunday, we're gonna have in one hand the connection to the pain, to the desire to remove all those veils and to have the total manifestation of the light of the Creator. And we will have the opportunity to relate to Karen Berg. Stay tuned to the time and everything, and through all of this, to really be capable to sense, to experience the heavenly sensation of the light of redemption in that specific day. This is the way for us to reach the redemption that day, the most negative, which is the day that we can touch the biggest light, the light of redemption. And the Saturday before, the energy before, is really preparing us, preparing our desire to the maximum desire of light. So when we will get to Saturday night and Sunday, we will be really tuned and really focused. We want the light of the Creator, because we've been training every day to remind ourselves that we want the light of the Creator. And it's not only by me asking, but by asking every morning when I'm doing my meditation or scanning the Zohar, but also each time that I'm saying a blessing or a prayer or a meditation, I want really to ask the light of the Creator to do it for me, to do it through me, that it's not me saying, but really the light of the Creator through me. Okay? And the last thing is the fact that through those days, this week, on Tuesday night, we are going to have a great opportunity. It's the death anniversary of the Ari, Rabbi Isaac Luria. The Ari is the one that taught us all the knowledge about reincarnation, about the meditation, about the understanding of the 10 luminous emanation, the sfirot, about what happened before creation, what is our process of correction, and what are we talking about, what is the redemption, what are we projecting. All this journey that we're doing through the teaching of Kabbalah, the way that all this teaching came to be so accessible. Yes, thanks of course to the Rav and Karen that took it and translated it. In our generation, it's even like with the help of Michael and Monica and all the teachers in the world, like becomes much, much more accessible and much more tangible and much more doable. It's thanks to the Ari, Rabbi Isaac Luria. He helped us to go through a process, to know from where we come, to understand clearly and more clear with the astrology, with the tikkun, with everything that we're doing with our teachers. Yes, why do we need to meet a teacher? This is why, so we can put in practice all the teachings of the Ari and everything Rav Ashlag until today, to put it in practice, because every day could pass like another day, or every day I can merge it, I can glue it with the teaching, with the tools, with the understandings, and then every day become a day that I am I'm closer to the light than yesterday. I have a bigger desire today than yesterday. Why? Because I'm putting in practice, I'm applying the work that was traced for us since the time of the Ari. The Ari chose to live exactly in the middle. If you have the first day of the month that happened on Saturday with the help of Aharon HaKohen, the brother of Moses, and then the ninth day, the last day of this challenging period. I don't want to call it negative, because Rav Berg would help us to understand that this period is not negative. It's like you're sitting under a very strong sun without a ozone layer. Definitely the sun will be will be hurting you, right? And then what is the tool that helps us to create that ozone layer? Our private ozone layer is our behavior, is behaving with human dignity and with care and love towards others. This is the way that we can protect ourselves during this time. So through this week, 9 days, the 5th day is the exact middle of this period, and the Ari chose, the righteous are choosing their time. He chose to live the word exactly in that day, to give us the strength to insist on the desire to be close to the light, to give us the energy to free our soul from all the veils and the bandages and the weight, yes, that the limited consciousness is giving us. And thanks to the teaching of the Ari and that day of the Ari, we will be able to free ourselves from this weight and connect again and again to the true desire of our soul, which is the infinite connection with the light, the infinite light of the Creator. Okay, and to allow us really to see with the eyes of the light, to see the beauty, how every situation, how everything in our life is really helping us to grow, helping us to get to the best that we should be in this lifetime. Okay, so just yeah, and kind of a closure. What Karen Berg is telling us, the best thing that we came to learn from the Ari is, one, love thy neighbor, really to be with respect towards another person, and that kind of making us a closure with what the Rav taught us about this period. So really the Ari is coming not only to teach us, not only to guide us, but also to give us the strength to be able to have this care and love towards another people, truly be able to send love even to someone that might have hurt me and I cannot stand. So the strength to care and love towards others and to be in joy. Yes, what we said about this period, that we should, have the pain and cry, and through the tears to wash away all the veils. It's not because we are crying for our bad luck. Is we are crying for the separation, and we want to wash away all this separation so we can be glue to the light. That's the only reason we want to be in pain, the separation from the light of the Creator. On the other hand, is to inject happiness at every situation that is happening to us. The happiness is showing certainty in the process that we go through. So those are the two things that we can learn from the Ari, and the strength that we can get from the Ari. I want to finish with a paragraph from the Zohar, but as there's no Zohar of this week that connects to the portion Devarim, I am reading in portion Balak, the paragraph of the Yanuka, is that small child, and children are pure, and his connection to the light was pure, like, the help that we get from all the righteous, if it's Aaron HaKohen, the Ari, and Kerenberg, it's that purity, that the child, yes, the pure love of a child, the pure connection of a child, the genuine energy, the how to say that, yes, like a childish energy. And that's the connection that we want to have through this passage. If we're asking for desire, if we are crying for the washing away that not the pain but the separation, if we want to be more with a unity with the light of the Creator, if we want to be capable to truly love someone else and to keep happiness, we want to receive that energy from the passage of the Zohar in verse 115 in portion Balak. ובגין כך אל תיראוני, לה תחמון בי כלל. דאבה, דענה נקודה זהירה, מעבדין גוברין תקיפין, חיילין דילה, שאגין כאריין תקיפין כדה, הכפירים שואגים לטרף, ומגו קלין ושאגין תקיפין, דקה משאגין, כארין גוברין תקיפין דחילה, שמע רחימה לאלה וידע דרחימתה, היא ברחימו כבתי, מגור רחימו עד דלה התחזיית, מדיוקנה ושפירו דילה כלל. I wish you really a very good week, very good month, very good work. All the best.